What's up, guys? Is that caught up? Boy, that's pretty far behind. What's up, guys? Boy, that's quite the delay. Okay. Good morning. Hello, Phil Moore. So they're about to show up at the 16th Street Mall down there this morning. And and I'm going to start talking a little bit about the Corner Bakery, the 16th Street Mall conspiracy, since they're going to be on the 16th Street Mall. So let's show some history here. We like history, right, Brian?
I am a history buff, but yes. Are you live?
I'm live.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
First of all, I'm going to start with a little thing called Terminello versus Chicago.
A function of free speech under our system of government is to invite dispute. It may indeed best serve its high purpose when it induces a condition of unrest, creates dissatisfaction with conditions as they are, or even stirs people to anger. Speech is often provocative and challenging. It may strike at prejudices and preconceptions, and have profound unsettling effects as it presses for acceptance of an idea. That is why freedom of speech is protected against censorship or punishment unless shown likely to produce a clear and present danger of a serious, substantive evil that rises far above public inconvenience, annoyance, or unrest. There is no room under our Constitution for a more restrictive view, for the alternative would lead to standardization of ideas, either by legislatures, courts, or dominant political or community groups. Terminillo versus Chicago, United States Supreme Court.
Got to turn the microphone back on. There we go. There we go. So there's a very long history with the 16th Street Mall. Noam Nesio publishes fuckregan@benson.com and then retracts that. That's all right. Oops.
Wait. I'm just dumbfounded. Yeah. Are you showing them how powerful we are today?
I'm just going to give them a hint.
Oh, man.
Going to give them a hint.
I didn't realize that the sword of righteousness was so strong.
The sword of righteousness is strong. So we're going to take our history and we're going to start today at February 3rd. Because on February 3rd, there was a news article on Fox 31. And I'm going to play and open that article here for you.
Oh, that was Vicente.
That was Vicente. And there's a video associated with this article. And we're going to go ahead and play that video for you right now.
Chevrolet, Lexus, Toyota,
which includes an advertisement.
Stevenson.
Yay, Stevenson.
Mornings are usually a quiet place on the 16th Street Mall in the heart of one of Denver's busiest tourist districts. But this day, a protest by a group called Occupy Denver had some shoppers avoiding some businesses altogether.
So people don't really want to come over here or get involved in it at all. So it makes it difficult in that sense, and then everybody just keeps questioning it and trying to figure out what's going on.
At one point, a man wrote profane language on a sidewalk with chalk. It's not clear if the man was part of Occupy Denver, which is protesting the city's urban camping ban. Members say it treats the homeless unfairly.
there's a reason that each person that's out there does this, but we're not just a bunch of ragtag activists, right? We're business leaders, we're retired professionals, we're community people who have experienced homelessness, and it's touched us in a way that we want to do something different.
Occupy Denver provided a family meal and clothes for the homeless in a public space. The group says it wants to call attention to an upcoming vote that would ask citizens to repeal the camping ban and approve a Right to Rest Act. It's also trying to put pressure on businesses to support city ordinances that the group says would treat the homeless with more compassion. Many of their protests have been staged directly in front of Corner Bakery, and they've had an impact.
For the customers here, we got less business on Sundays than before.
Protesters say they'll continue to demonstrate until more compassionate laws for the homeless are adopted.
So I'm going to repeat a little bit of this and do some stuff because I'm going to point out some really important parts here.
It's warming up outside, and that means it's time for American Furniture Warehouse's Hot Summer Savings Event. We have the largest in-stock selection of lifestyle furniture anywhere.
There we are. Okay.
Sunday mornings are usually a quiet place on the 16th Street Mall in the heart of one of Denver's busiest tourist districts. But this day, a protest by a group called Occupy Denver had some shoppers avoiding some businesses altogether.
So people don't really want to come over here or get involved in it at all. So it makes it cool in that sense, and then everybody just keeps questioning it and trying to figure out what's going on.
At one point,
Hi,
a
Bill.
man wrote profane language in a sidewalk with chalk.
So the guy riding the sidewalk chalk there is actually a guy by the name of Patrick. Not News Now Patrick, but a local guy named Patrick who's kind of an enigmatic little character himself. But the reason why he was mad is because Earls had just come out and washed off the sidewalk chalk that we'd written. And he was riding by on his bicycle, and the pavers on 16th Street Mall are very slick. So he actually slipped and crashed his bike because of the water that they had just poured out there. And that pissed him off, so he came and wrote "fuck Earls" in front of their doors with some of our chalk. So,
but more importantly than the "fuck Earls" is the next piece.
Right.
It's not clear if the man was part of Occupy Denver, which is protesting the city's
chalk will wash away, but injustice stains to stay. That one?
Yes, that one.
Yeah. That was one of the original chalks I was arrested for back in 2014.
And that was a very proud moment for you to see that.
Yeah, because that was great. My whole phrase made it into Main Street News.
It did.
Yeah. So keep in mind that we're here. See, Brian's got these buttons on his shirt. Move along to where and
the Right to Rest.
The Right to Rest
initiative. And this, they were so insistent about having a follow-up piece. They came out to the house.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. This was done right here in front of the house.
This was done because they wanted this on the news so bad. They came to us and said, "We got to get your statement."
Exactly.
But we're not just a bunch of ragtag activists.
Oh, this is important. We're not just a bunch of ragtag activists.
Right.
Okay.
The guy in the picture, for example, employed 300 plus people in 2018 and made sure that about a third of his staff was low income, homeless, or at risk of being homeless employees.
Right, but this guy in the picture, by the way, you looked so much cuter when you were young.
You know, this battle takes a lot out of you, and it ages you. It's like the presidency.
I know.
Right?
You've aged at least 6 years since then, and that was only 6 months ago. So it's not just a ragtag group of people. Let's hear what they're made up of.
Right? We're business leaders. We're retired professionals. We're community people who have experienced homelessness, and it's touched us in a way that we want to do something.
Or a bunch of powerful cross-section of the community. That's what we are. And that means we're people that have it together, people that can organize, and people that can make a difference.
We can't have that.
And that's important. And I'll get to that.
Occupy Denver provided a family meal and clothes for the homeless in a public space. The group says it wants to call attention to an upcoming vote that would have.
The group says it wants to call attention to an upcoming vote. That's important. Remember that one, you guys.
Holy shit.
Did you miss that? I'm telling you,
I'm gonna be rich.
Citizens to repeal the
Dirty
camping ban
fuckers.
and approve a Right to Rest Act. They're also trying to put pressure on businesses to support city ordinances that the group says would treat the homeless with more compassion.
What kind of pressure, Brian?
Effective, educated, organized,
40% loss in business?
clearly communicated in an educated way that moves the spiritual being of people.
Well, I wasn't going for anything quite that esoteric. I was just going to say 40% loss in business.
Oh,
That's pressure. We know now that the pressure resulted in a 40% drop in revenue.
yeah, of course we
Many
need
of their
that.
protests have been
No.
staged directly in front of
Oliver the Watchdog says, I feel like I'm supposed to be somewhere right now. You are. You are.
You are. You are. Where's those potatoes
The
at?
customers here, we got less business on some days than before.
Protesters
Look,
say they'll
look, look.
continue
He's
to
showing it
demonstrate,
in an empty room.
I know.
Right? There's a mirror behind him.
and they've had an impact.
For the customers here, we got less
Look at,
business.
pause. Look at. He's standing in front of a mirror,
Yeah, I don't know
can't
why
see
it
it.
darkens when I do that. But yeah.
but the room is empty.
Than before.
Protesters say they'll continue to demonstrate until more compassionate laws for the homeless are adopted.
Okay, so that's an article that was done on February 3rd. Pay attention to the dates here, you guys. February 3rd. Now, let's go back because there was another article. Look at this one on February 6th. Also, Brian Loma.
Man, I'm a little famous.
So I remember when Brian got his area restriction, and I was just like outraged. I'm laughing. I'm talking about it on my live stream. This is ridiculous. Brian Loma, of all people, gets an area restriction, and Eric Brandt has not ever gotten an area restriction. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Right.
Right? Now, keep in mind also that what had just happened days before this is that Brian Loma's single ever charge on the 16th Street Mall had just been dismissed.
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 For what? Of
Because it was illegal.
Oh,
Right,
wait,
and Michael Whitney's was dismissed because it was illegal, and mine had already been dismissed because it was illegal. Keep that in mind. Pay attention to these. Now let's see. We got another video here. Let's watch our video.
It's heating up outside, so come to American Furniture Warehouse for some hot summer savings. Look at sizzling savings on the largest in-stock selection of patio furniture anywhere. Kick the summer off right and get your outdoor living space ready for the cool nights ahead.
Scenes like these outside the corner bakery that have the restaurant looking for solutions. It's tough seeing
This is Jamie Cutter. He is the owner of the Corner Bakery.
Innocent individuals trying to approach our restaurant and not walk through the doors because they feel intimidated or feel like they're being harassed, and it's sad.
Occupy Denver has been holding Sunday morning protests here for months. Owner Jamie Cutter says they began after a bakery manager refused to sign a petition opposing the city's urban camping ban. Cutter says he's now ready to talk to Occupy Denver and resolve the.
Ready to talk? He'd already talked to us twice. He'd already reneged twice. Remember, we had been out there with signs calling Jamie Cutter a renegger.
Is that even a word?
It is now. If someone reneges, they're a renegger.
Yes. And that's a big deal because we had paused. We had stopped the protesting.
That's right. We stopped the protesting from October 7th to November 4th.
And we did that because we have met with Jamie.
And in good faith, Jamie had said he would write the letter. And in good faith, we stopped the protest.
And somebody said, no, Jamie, you can't do that.
That's right.
You cannot capitulate to this citizens group that is speaking out about this law that we created.
That's right.
Right? And since we created this law, we can't have these businesses that it benefits speaking out against it. Right? Basically.
That's right.
Because everybody that's on here has to remember that the urban camping ban is a law or set of laws that has been around for 7 years now, right? And
8 years, yeah.
As much as they say, oh, we've been protesting at this business for a few months, they miss the point that we've been protesting for 7 flipping years.
That's right. Jamie's business is the 5th business that we targeted. 5th or 6th?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. And all of them eventually capitulated.
Every one of them, when they really sat down and come to the understanding of what is this really about,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right?
When we talk about veterans who don't have effective housing options, when we talk about women getting raped in public,
Brian, we're not here to talk about the cause of the urban camping. We're here to talk about why they're fucked. So quit throwing all this fluff and shit in there.
Sorry, let's not talk about the real shit.
Yeah, we're talking about the real shit, which is the Corner Bakery conspiracy.
Got it, my bad.
Okay, so back to the Corner Bakery. Sorry, you got to keep, Brian is like Robert Chase. You got to keep him on track.
I'm moving.
Issue. I'm at the point where our business is suffering tremendously downtown on Sundays. We're cutting back on hours for.
How much is business tremendously suffering on Saturdays?
On Sundays.
On Sundays.
On Sundays. Well, it's suffering enough that you didn't write your letter, right? That you promised. So by February, this has been like an extra 3 months of protests that you could have avoided, Jamie Cutter, if you had just wrote the damn letter.
Well, he eventually did write a letter.
He did.
He did. Is it displaying?
I don't know. There's a green screen in the back. That's weird.
It should have been this. Look, it's got it right here. Interesting.
It is, but your picture screen is.
So that's all right. What I can do is I can do it this way. I can cheat.
Oh.
Jamie wrote a letter.
That's not the letter.
Oh, Jamie wrote a letter.
That's not the letter he wrote.
Oh, he wrote this letter.
No, he didn't.
Oh, no, that's the letter you wrote.
Because if you needed some help to write a letter, we'll be glad to give you one.
So we gave them an example of what they might consider. I'll let you guys, I'll set that to scroll on.
Oh, can I just read it? Can I
Jamie's
just read
letter.
it right now?
Here, I'll just scroll it. There we go.
We, the other undersigned representatives of the CBC Restaurant Corp, DBA Corner Bakery Cafe, do
keep going.
Hereby publicly acknowledge the negative impacts of the sit and lie ordinances prompted by the Downtown Denver Partnership in the City and County of Denver 2012. Given the fact that we were active dues-paying members of the DDBP, we were complicit in these legislative efforts to eliminate panhandling on the 16th Street Mall. Additionally, we recognize that accurate analytical studies have determined that Denver's sit and lie ordinances, as well as those being modeled after it, have caused serious implications beyond the 16th Street Mall and have affected communities citywide.
Read faster.
This includes millions of dollars a year in resources sweeping humans to move along instead of providing for their basic needs. Instead of investing these monies into long-term solutions, including temporary public camping, tiny home communities, and land trusts, the city is focused on criminalizing humans for surviving in public areas. We acknowledge that inhumane conditions in Denver have been enhanced by our callous methods to criminalize humans attempting to survive. Our deafness to issues like human trafficking and domestic violence have helped to silence the voices of the most afflicted in this community. Additionally, as businesses, we have been so out of touch with these issues that we internally applied the provisions of the urban camping ban to our own hiring practices. As a corporation that has demanded publicly the same rights as human beings, we repent of our behavior that has inflicted uncountable damage to the Denver community. We recognize that in our efforts to become a large corporation, we have acted without concern to those whom we depend
on to profit upon. As our own employees are members of the worker class that is criminalized for not being able to meet profit margins of real estate investment corporations. We now humbly submit to the public record that our intentional actions are reprehensible and that we must break away from our past behaviors. It is why we call upon the city of Denver and the member businesses that compose the downtown Denver Business Improvement District to join us in immediately changing course by focusing on social responsibility that allows all of our workers living wages, a right to rest, and dignity for all. CBC Restaurants hopes to redeem itself of its participation in the criminal legislation it helped push through. We earnestly recognize the damages our actions have taken, and we call on all Denver businesses to join us in pushing for the reversal of these inhumane policies with the vigor that we got them enacted.
So that letter kind of got Brian into a little bit of internal trouble with the group because it wasn't the approved letter to send. And it's a little outrageous, but it's nevertheless been included in Brian's criminal discovery as labeled as extortion letter. So this
that letter was approved to send forward.
Was this the one that was approved?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a little lofty in my opinion, but Jamie Cutter included this letter with his letter in your discovery. This was inside a document that was encrypted, by the way, that had required me to,
Yeah, it was encrypted, but
yeah. So, so the letter I meant to show you was Jamie's response to the city.
Oh, this letter is the one.
This is the letter that I meant to show. This is Jamie's letter. And pay attention to the date here. This date is wrong. It was actually dated the 4th, so he had an error in there. But the metadata for the message says March 4th, not March 14th.
March 4th.
Yes.
Which is important.
March 4th is very important. So from Jamie Cutter, owner of the Corner Bakery Cafe at 500 16th Street. This is a victim impact statement. So there's a victim impact statement in Brian's criminal discovery for his spittle case a mile away in no relation whatsoever to the Corner Bakery.
Yes.
Did you guys catch that? This is a victim impact statement for someone's case where they are clearly not even an associated victim.
No, they're not an associated
Not
victim.
at all. Not at all. Not at all. This provides my statement regarding the negative impact Brian Loma has had on my business, Denver tourists and residents, and employees of my business. For 10 months, Brian Loma has spent every Sunday protesting outside my restaurant at the Pavilions Mall. His aggressive behavior and strong language is extremely disturbing and disruptive towards innocent bystanders, my employees, and the Denver Police Department. How dare you be disrespectful to the Denver Police Department, you miserable fuck.
Wait. How is Jamie's victimization tied to the Denver Police Department?
Are you beginning to understand why I'm doing this stream called 16th Street Mall Conspiracy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He continually makes false statements towards the Corner Bakery. Brian Loma's actions have had the following impacts.
Drum roll, please.
What device just terminated? Oh, okay. I see what happened. Business impact. My sales are down 40%. 40%. That's what I want.
40%.
Yep. And we have on camera numerous innocent bystanders approaching our door being berated by Brian. They get scared and they decide to go elsewhere. Now, I don't know how much of the 16th Street Mall videos you guys have watched, but I haven't ever seen Brian berate any people in the public. Have you?
Maybe once or twice I've gotten a little carried away. Once or
I
twice.
just don't
randomly.
think. But the good news is that he's an equal opportunity rageist. Doesn't matter what age the person is, Brian's rage is equal.
Well, and you know why they said that? Because that little girl who was so upset, and her parents were insisting to stick around and talk.
Right.
And she lives in the area, right? She lives on 17th Street or something like that. So I'm an all ages opportunist.
Now take a look here. This type of behavior is detrimental to Denver businesses and embarrassing for our city. Of course it is. Big red truck.
Hi, I'm embarrassed by the amount of rape that happens because women don't have a safe place to sleep. It should be an embarrassment to our city. The point is to be so embarrassed, you change your ways.
Let me go back and play this again.
A speech under our system of government is to invite dispute. It may indeed best serve its high purpose when it induces a condition of unrest, creates dissatisfaction with conditions as they are, or even stirs people to anger. Speech is often provocative and challenging. It may strike at prejudices and preconceptions, and have profound unsettling effects as it presses for acceptance of an idea. That is why freedom of speech is protected against censorship.
So there you have it. The purpose of speech is to create unrest and dissatisfaction. The purpose of a boycott is to cost you money. The purpose of our protest is to fucking embarrass you and make it detrimental for your business. Big red fucking truck, you stupid butt-hurt cockroach seller. Oh yeah, remember we had the whole cockroach thing too.
Well, yeah, and he ended up getting health inspections for
He
that,
failed health inspection for that.
right?
And then we had stood out there with signs that said we had nothing to do with the 8 failed health code inspections.
Right? So,
Violations.
so for him, that's clearly detrimental to his business.
It is clearly detrimental.
Right? He's embarrassed that he had 8 health code violations in a month.
That's right.
Right? And the fact that we are out there advertising this is definitely disruptive to his business.
And it's supposed to be disruptive to his
It
business.
is supposed to be disruptive.
So
right?
I admit my intention, standing in front of Jamie's business with a giant cockroach that said I had nothing to do with the 8 failed health code violations,
Was to get people to not eat there.
to be detrimental to his business.
Absolutely.
It was intended to embarrass the city of Denver.
And it is intended to embarrass the entire city of Denver.
That's right. That's right. So let's see. Going back to over here. By the way, keep an eye on. Do we have anybody live on the mall yet? We want to make sure we're keeping track of that too, while we're here.
Well, there should absolutely be somebody live in the mall now.
And we're going to go back to display 2 here.
Oh, poor Jamie.
I'll eventually learn how to do hotkeys for this shit, right?
Our employees, and I'm ready to have further conversation.
Bakery manager refused to sign a petition opposing the city's urban camping ban. Cutter says he's now ready to talk to Occupy Denver and resolve the issue.
You know, I'm at the point where our business is suffering tremendously downtown on Sundays. We're cutting back on hours for our employees, and I'm ready to have further conversations with the group.
Occupy Denver said it had no comment yet on Cutter's offer to talk. On Sunday, the group's spokesman told Fox 31 the corner bakery treated the homeless unfairly.
There's a line in the sand where businesses should be playing a role in society to be part of the rising tide that lifts all ships.
Cutter says he's not sure why his business was targeted since he's been a supporter of the homeless community for years.
So he doesn't understand and remember some of the basic things.
He doesn't need to understand. The point is that this is the 16th Street Mall conspiracy.
It is.
We're now at February 6th, where Brian Loma has twice within the same week been in the news talking about, in a positive light, a group of people that are protesting this urban camping ban in wake of this, or sorry, in advance of this upcoming election.
In advance of the election. The idea is to be promoting the election effectively. And we know that I'm effective, not just because of his 40%, but if you go back to the screen where you did the search for these articles, the third one
is you with plastic.
Talking at the state capitol.
That's right.
Right? So I'm obviously effective and eloquent in being able to be newsworthy.
And then the following week, so on February 15th is when the Felicia incident occurred, by the way. But then a few days later, on February 18th, there's this. Voters asked to repeal the urban camping ban.
Just an oil change. You get service without an appointment, a certified pit crew, and a full report card of your vehicle's health. Find your local Grease Monkey at GreaseMonkeyFrontRange.com. Get in, get out, get Grease Monkey.
Groups like Occupy Denver say the urban camping ban is unfair and they want it repealed.
We want the people of Denver to say, you know, it's not a crime to cover your face with a blanket in the snow. It is a crime right now. You face a year in jail and $1,000 fine.
By the way, this is also right after Karen and I have been arrested for protesting the mayor.
Yes.
Right? And literally, because my voice is still hoarse from it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you were jailed.
I had just gotten out of jail, yeah. That's right.
And Karen had been assaulted
for
being at a mayor's debate.
That's right. Yeah.
Eric Brand says it's also unfair to not allow people to sit on the ground or sleep in their car or even feed the homeless.
If I have a right to travel, which under the 14th Amendment I do, then I inherently have a right to not travel. Right? So if I am here, if I have the right to come here, I should have the right to stay right here.
A homeless group gathered signatures needed to get the initiative on the May ballot. But now a group called Together Denver.
Oh, Together Denver.
Right. Notice how they don't mention Denver homeless out loud.
Yeah, well, that's neither here nor there. But this group right here, Together Denver, decided to get together and vote no on 300. And I won't go into the details of the campaign financing there. We should have people live on them all by now, by the way.
We can tell you that.
But we can tell you that the contributors to it,
$1 million in contributions, came from a total of 14 lines. The first 14 lines of donations are $1 million, and they're all business entities.
And they include Dart Properties, which is the downtown, which is the pavilions.
The downtown Denver.
And they include the downtown Denver Business Partnership, both of which contributed $100,000 each.
I believe that's the case. Yes.
Yeah. So $100,000 came from one of the two entities we're involved with. Another $100,000. So 20% of the $1 million,
the first million.
In the first $1 million, came from the two entities that are attacking us.
Is fighting to keep the ban in place. The group says Initiative 300 will allow people to live in their cars or RVs parked in front of people's homes. And they say there are other risks too.
By enabling people to camp, to sleep, to establish structures in our public parks, on our sidewalks, in our alleyways, in any public property.
Together Denver says the initiative is too broad and would essentially end park curfews and allow unlimited feedings in public spaces.
It threatens our health and our safety, not only for the other members of the community who want to use those parks and sidewalks and alleyways, but that it's not a safe or humane or healthy choice for people experiencing homelessness either.
Together Denver says the entire city would be impacted if the Right to Survive initiative passes. Homeless advocates say it's fighting for basic human rights in an expensive city that's left them on the streets.
And both sides are telling us they continue to have major campaigns to get voters to the polls. That election takes place in May. Reporting live, Vicente Arenas, Fox 31.
All right, Vicente, thank you.
So here we have, just 2 months before the election, Eric Brandt and Brian Loma have been prominently speaking out against the urban camping ban. And keep in mind that we have been directly attaching responsibility to the Downtown Denver Business Partnership. They are the political lobbying group that passed the urban camping ban in the first place. Make sure you understand this. The Downtown Denver Business Partnership is a political lobbying group with billions of dollars under their roof. And they made the urban camping ban to begin with.
They're also a quasi-governmental agency.
Certainly they're a quasi-governmental agency, but that's not part of our conspiracy here this morning.
Isn't it when they're the ones who permitted the tents?
We'll get to that. So the reason why I have to do some of this, we've already got our lawyers onto this bullshit here, and I'm always fearful that I'll end up in jail and that'll take away my power. So I'm going to reveal a little bit about what we know. Oh yeah. You know, we already talked. We just mentioned to you that the first $1 million came primarily from the two entities that we are associated with. The other interesting thing is when you look at the list of contributions and the addresses, it is a swath of properties between 15th and 17th.
Yes.
Known as the 16th Street Mall.
Yes.
So this citywide urban camping ban was created by and put in place to protect the precious blingy cash register called the 16th Street Mall. So this small space has dictated the laws for the entire city.
And to end Occupy Denver.
And to end Occupy Denver. Now, let's take a look at another little thing too. Keep in mind that the Downtown Denver Business Partnership and these businesses along the 16th Street Mall are also the ones that contributed to the mayor's campaign.
I haven't gotten to those numbers yet.
So the mayor was purchased, has been purchased, has continued to be purchased by the 16th Street Mall. And what did they put in place? The 16th Street, or the urban camping ban, which is 12 laws that essentially ban homelessness entirely within the entire city. And it was to get the homeless off of the 16th Street Mall. Money, 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 money. And those same groups of people are the same groups of people that you're going to see right here. Maybe. I did find that interesting that they call that an extortion letter. I guess it didn't associate that application, so I'm going to have to open that by hand again. That's all right.
Uh-oh. What are you exposing?
I'm showing them the smoking gun.
No.
Oh, yes.
Is that okay to do?
It is.
Have the lawyers submitted their paperwork to the courts?
My lawyer has submitted his paperwork. So let's go to...
I don't know that my discovery's been asked for.
We're getting more discovery.
All right. I didn't realize this was coming out into the world today.
This is coming out in the world today. Slowly but surely. So, listen, it's very important, you guys, to pay close attention to all of
every piece of discovery. Because you don't know who's putting the discovery together in the background. They might actually be your friend.
They might be. This was a file that couldn't be opened. And it couldn't be opened because they didn't provide the viewer for the file. So let's see. Oh, I didn't switch the screen yet. There we go. There you are.
Oh.
The smoking gun, ladies and gentlemen. This is an email from Jamie Cutter. So you can see right
that left side. Is that all your personal stuff?
Oh, that's all right. This is an email from Jamie Cutter, dated March 4th. So you're seeing our timeline. We're right in this period. It's coming up to here. Eric Brandt and Brian Loma were just in the news a whole lot. And why would Brian Loma be included? Because they know, Jamie doesn't know, but Melissa Brazensmith knows. She knows that Brian Loma just got arrested a mile away in a completely unrelated incident for spitting on a security guard, which he didn't do. So Jamie Cutter sends this email to Melissa Drazensmith, city attorney's office, and he says, "Thanks, Melissa. I'll send one over for Brandt as well." By the way, Eric Brandt never got one of these. You know why? Because they know goddamn well I would analyze it. And they know goddamn well this was the smoking gun. And Jamie's email included the original email that was sent.
Right. You
by
replied.
yes. So Melissa Brazenbitch,
Which CIO?
which is with the city attorney's office, on the morning of March 4th, which is the morning after they trespassed Brian Loma from the mall from the pavilions for no good reason.
He did not trespass me from the mall.
From the pavilions.
Oh, that daily trespass. That's right. I can't go for one day. I gotta be gone.
Yeah, and this is when the Corner Bakery is coming out with all of their banners and their tents. They've done this for several weeks now. They're giving to the homeless. And you actually noted there's a picture on somebody's Facebook page from February 24th with
27th.
all the big wigs.
27th, 1 week beforehand. Yes, it was a Sunday.
With all the big wigs sitting in there, including the Denver police.
Yeah, Commander Sanchez is sitting
Commander Sanchez is
with
sitting
people
right
who
there.
love the Corner Bakery, including like big former
Big Republican Party officials. That's right. And here's the interesting thing. This email by Melissa Brazenbitch. Thank you all for participating in the efforts to accommodate free speech on the mall. Get fucking real. I mean, if that isn't Orwellian, I don't know what is. I appreciate the difficulty when there are people in the group who consistently step on that line. We continue to prosecute those folks vigorously, but have had limited success in gaining a penalty that really deters the behavior. A limited success. So far, all of the Corner Bakery cases have been dismissed.
Yes.
At this
all
point.
Of them.
All of them.
All of them.
However, hold on, let's switch here. However, they did just get a conviction 2 weeks earlier in a case unrelated to this. It would be my case, the Barefoot case. I got a conviction on one of those 3 charges.
Oh, yeah, the least of them, right? Disturbing the peace.
That's right. That's
because
right.
the woman was disturbed when you were silent.
Yeah, once I went silent, she didn't know what I was going to do, and that scared her and kept her from focusing on driving her bus. So, in an unrelated case, they got a conviction, and they asked for 800 hours of community service, which is approximately $7,001 more expensive than the maximum penalty allowed, long jail time, probation, and hefty fines. And the court issued a $100 fine. The prosecutor objected. He said, that's my sentence. She objected again and again and again. And the judge said, that's my sentence. And to add insult to their injury, I paid that fine. I paid that fine a couple days later. It turns out it was a couple days later, by dumping 5 gallons worth of pennies out on the presiding judge's desk.
So you paid your $100 ticket in pennies.
I did.
And made a video out of it.
I did.
What lesson did you learn about protesting on the 16th Street Mall, Eric?
Stock pennies.
So obviously, the penalty wasn't something that was going to deter your behavior.
It's clearly not.
Especially since the penalty of $100 in pennies is significantly less than, say, somebody walking 5 miles barefoot because they've been jumped and had their shoes stolen.
That's right.
And weren't allowed to ride a fucking bus.
That's right. Yeah, so they want to get something that really deters our behavior. Please feel free to send me an email about the impact of Mr. Brandt or Mr. Loma's behavior on your business. Mr. Brandt specifically, Mr. Loma specifically. Mr. Brandt didn't have a new case. That's going to be important. They're going to have to create a new case. Loma just got a fresh case. We can throw this in on there. And they did.
Well, no, don't forget to finish reading the letter.
I will make sure the judge gets a copy, or I may have our attorney read it into the record. Actually, the only way to get it into the record is to read it into the record or file it into the record, right? So that's how the judge gets it. Hopefully, when we get another conviction, not if, when, the court will find it compelling and issue a real consequence on them, including an area restriction.
So that would be a post-conviction
That would be a post-conviction sentence. That would be a penalty out of the yes. So they are acknowledging that an area restriction is a consequence. It is a real consequence to deter speech on the mall.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Is they're saying we can't have this free speech in this federally funded area, so we have to criminalize it, and then we have to criminalize the people who know how to do it effectively, so that we can just go on being ignorant with our heads up our asses.
That's right. We cannot allow free speech on our mall, and a real consequence to free speech must be an area restriction. This is on March 4th. Then what happens?
Oh, let's go to, say, March 15th.
Let's go to
my initial appearance.
Oops, this one. This one. Notice right here, I want you to pay very close attention to this name, Marley Bordowski. We're going to look up Marley Bordowski. And here's an area restriction. It was drafted on the 18th of March and ordered on the 18th of March at your first appearance. Did you have a hearing on it?
I didn't have a hearing. Oh, yeah. No, I did not have a hearing on it.
You didn't have a hearing on it?
No, I showed up.
They just imposed it.
I just showed up for my arraignment. I said, I'm here for my discovery. And the magistrate said, no. And what's actually interesting on this is that the area restriction was not assigned to me initially.
That's right.
He had to call me back up while I was still in the room to reopen my case because this stuff had been presented to him and he didn't act upon it. Right? So somebody had been like, yo, judge,
we really need this area
we
restriction.
need this.
Yeah.
Right?
So
he called me back up. And I objected vigorously based on my constitutional rights, based on my job, based on my religious freedoms.
And he didn't care.
He did not care.
Did not care. So, what was their stated goal on March 4th? On March 4th, their goal was a real consequence, including an area restriction. Jamie Cutter writes the letter. Yeah, the man's cost me 40% of my business. It's a disaster. And he won't quit. He's told me he won't quit. Here's the extortion letter right here. Do something to save us. And they immediately do. So they published their plan in writing and then executed it within days. Brian Johnson says timestamp, 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 time. The truth is in the timestamps. The truth is also in the metadata. Let's take a look at the metadata, shall we?
Wait, Eric, it doesn't mean what you think it means.
Oh, the metadata means exactly what I think it means. They've been denying me certain records because it doesn't mean what I think it means.
But it means exactly what
it means. Exactly what I think it means.
This is the smoking gun.
This is the smoking gun, you guys.
Who's Jamie Cutter? He's a business owner, right? He's
That's
a
right.
small guy.
There is the Corner Bakery.
He's with the Corner Bakery.
This is Earl's Cafe.
Right?
Who is Kate Barton? Well, let's look up Kate Barton, shall we? We'd like to look things up. Let's look up Kate Barton.
Because I can absolutely understand that the government agencies, they're frustrated. The business owners that are directly being boycotted,
Oh my goodness.
with.
Oh my goodness.
But wait a
Holy
second.
Jesus. Kate Barton is the vice president of the Downtown Denver Business Partnership.
The vice president.
That's right. She's
So,
vice president.
So she might be one of those people to ensure that billions of dollars travel through the 16th Street Mall and would be personally vested in seeing what could be done to remove these free speech protesters who are showing up on the news, who are naming us as an entity and saying the election must happen and we must change this powerful business.
Brian, you seriously get too wordy. Yeah, they're the motherfuckers that are opposed to the urban camping ban, to repealing the urban camping. They're after us by target because Kate Barton is the Downtown Urban Camping Van. And she is the city and county of Denver. This woman, Kate Barton, and her evil twin sister, Tammy Dorr, are the government of Denver.
Oh, wait. Kate Barton is Tammy Dorr's right-hand woman.
Evil twin sister, probably.
Evil twin sister. Yeah. Even better.
That's right.
Wait, but that's not all, Eric. Who else is on the email?
Oh, let's see who else is on the email. Mark Seidel. Who's Mark Seidel, you guys?
I've heard that name before.
Oh, you should have heard that name before.
Does he manage a large piece of property?
Oh, that's right. He's the major property owner. He's the president of Gart Properties. Hey, guys. Oops. Meet Mark Seidel.
You're not on screen. There we go. Oh, it's lagging.
Yeah, there's a lag there. Mark Seidel has been the president of Gart Properties since 1999. Who is Gart Properties? Well, it's a lot of properties along the 16th Street Mall, right? Mark serves on the board of several community agencies, including the Downtown Denver Partnership. What do you guys think of that?
I'm speechless.
I told you I had the smoking gun. And by the way, Gart Properties also owns the Denver Pavilions. Just so you know. And we're going to see several of these other names in here. Hold on. Let's see who is C. Waldman at GartProperties.com. Well, let's see who Miss Waldman is. Oop. She's not on this page. Hold on. Here's the whole team. Carolyn Waldman. Oh, look at her history. Larimer Associates, a.k.a. Union Station.
Gart Property.
The landmarks, the Larimer Square. There's the direct link to Denver Union Station. Oh, and yeah, that's right. She's Gart Properties. She oversees all management responsibilities of a portfolio of retail and office properties, which is the 16th Street Mall. What do you think of that?
I think that it's starting to look like a conspiracy.
Oh, no, you don't need to see the milkman in your bed when he leaves his embroidered underwear next to it. And look at this. Beth Majowski happens to be the Downtown Denver Business Partnership.
Oh. These people just don't get it.
Oh, I got it. But it gets even better. It gets even better. The reason why this gets better is because remember who the attorney is that wrote your area restriction, Brian?
Marley.
Who's Marley Bordowski?
The chief prosecutor for the CAO. That's the city attorney's office. And
Marley Bordowski is this miserable hag right here. Is this miserable hag right here. Is this miserable hag right here. Okay? And let's see what she really is. What is her real claim to fame? No.
That's LinkedIn.
54 years old. She lives in Hudson. Marley Bordowski. Oh, here's her phone number, you guys. Marley Bordowski. Let's make sure we do a lot of calls to her tomorrow because she's the lead conspirator here. An assistant
do not call
director
Marley
in the
tomorrow.
prosecution section of the Denver City Attorney's Office.
Oh, she's bigger than the rest. That's right.
That's
Mr.
right.
Anakin.
She's
That's-
definitely bigger than the rest.
Right?
She's the one in charge of the whole prosecution division.
An assistant director in the prosecution section of the city attorney's office and point person for all marijuana issues.
She hates marijuana.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Can't use
She's
it
a
anyway.
she's a career prostitution. And was a deputy district attorney in Denver. And a chief deputy district attorney for the 13th Judicial District before joining the Denver Attorney's Office.
But it's not so much that it would be within her job duties, Eric, to oversee prosecutions and to ensure that different things like a area restriction was assigned to somebody or the severity, or even like whether a case should be moved forward on or not, or whether it's really so minuscule and minimal that there's nothing here for us to work on, right? And so it would be her job to like weed out the stupid cases that like we just don't have time for this shit. We're not going to win it. We shouldn't spend our resources on it. Like he didn't spit on her. It's clearly in the video. Let's just get rid of this. But no, she's somewhere else, isn't she, Eric?
She is.
Wait,
Take a look at this statement from March 10th. This is March 10th at 12 o'clock.
Now, wait a second. On March 4th, the email says, get us your victims' statements.
That's right.
And Jamie says, I'll get one over for, here's my statement on Brian Loma.
Let me give you one for Brandt,
Let me
too.
get you one on Eric Brandt. And on March 10th, Eric.
On March 10th.
How do your feet feel?
My feet feel better now that the scalding hot water's gone away. Remember what happened on March 10th? Let me show you what happened on March 10th if you don't remember.
Scalding hot water! I'm going down on my feet and I'll punch your fucking face. Smiling, get the fuck on my face. I'll kill you. Someone should probably slit your throat. You know that? Because you don't deserve to live. Because you make other people not live. You're responsible for death. Scalding hot water! I'm going down on my feet and I'll punch your
See the steam, right? This is their camera, by the way, not mine. And you could see the steam rising up from that, right? They had repeatedly, they were very, very aggressive on this day.
Who was inside that day, Eric?
Well, according to Officer Morlock, Lieutenant Chavez, and City Attorney Marley Bordowski were inside the store. We're inside the store. Marley Bordowski, you are a participating witness and you cannot prosecute me. You must hire external prosecution, you miserable fucking corrupt old hag.
I'm gonna be rich.
Can you say conspiracy against rights, my friends? Like I said, the 16th Street Mall is a conspiracy. And they left their
Jane.
monogrammed panties in my bed.
That's right, Jane. You remember how pissed you were off we were about that. Didn't you? Brian Johnson, you get it. Absolutely puddle jumper. It was scalding water. And it was not one attempt to clean the chalk. Not two attempts. Not three. It was like 4 or 5 times. It's over and over and over again.
Invest in Kevlar clothing.
That'd be great, Sophia. But
Yeah.
Belle, corruption is the key word. It is absolutely corruption to say the city attorney, the Denver, the Lieutenant Chavez, and we're just gonna not take a complaint.
Right.
I mean, the whole day, that whole day,
They refused to take my complaints. Right? As a matter of fact, here's what I did next.
This is just a short video to tell you that I'm safe and sound. I'm out here in Aurora. with Liberty Freak, and I'll stay here tonight. I'm pretty sure that the cops are going to try and arrest me after the corner bakery doused me in scalding water today. So go to Liberty Freak TV and also Cut the Plastic. Got a great shot of it. We've preserved all the evidence. They refused to even take a statement from me. They wouldn't even allow me to give them a statement. But remember, this is the same people that we've got pictures of sitting down inside the corner bakery, smiling and thumbs up at each other. Hey, high five. So shit has gotten violent at the corner bakery. The corner bakery is apparently allowed to dump scalding hot and get away with it. And now they want to arrest me. So I can't wait to see how that is not going to work well for them. So that's all I'm going to say. When we people sort this shit out rather than let the cops get violent with me. So that's how we do shit, man. Right? They think violence is the answer, and they try.
See, there's a guy named.
Now, let's go back to this discovery. I want to make sure that you guys are aware that this is not the only place that Marley's name is in the report.
She appears in the report more than once.
Yeah, and there's a couple handwritten versions of it too that might. Yeah, I'll have to look for the handwritten versions. But in this 23-page general offense report, by the way, my general offense reports are now in the 200 pages ranges. One of the things that they say is that the victim was obviously upset and visibly shaking. Alexander Scott has a neurological disorder. And he shakes all the time, and it's very obvious that he's shaking all the time. And when you read his handwritten report, you will see that his handwriting is atrocious. He can't control his musculature. He was fucking laughing. This guy says, I dumped the rest of the water over my head to demonstrate that it wasn't scalding hot. There wasn't any water left in it. He dumped dribbles out on his head. This scalding hot water? Dribbles, right? This is how, I feel shocked and threatened. Shocked and threatened, you dumped scalding hot water on me. You guys sat there and conspired with the city attorney. She was sitting in the restaurant with you. She made a written plan. She made a written plan. You conspired with her. Your entities were inside the room with her. That's you, Dark Properties, the Pavilions. That's you, the Downtown Denver Business Partnership. That's you, the Denver Police. That's you, Jamie Cutter. You are all conspirators against rights. You executed crimes that you wrote down in writing before executing them. And then what did you do? You took this new case. You needed a new case. And you immediately got an area restriction on Eric Brandon. What did you say, Miss Dimkowitz, in the courtroom? You said, Your Honor, this is no different than in 2100 or 2300. The courtroom's over at the jail, where we just ask the court for the area restriction and the court grants it. And that's exactly what they did.
Well, it obviously wasn't Marley's intent for us to be area restricted prior to our convictions.
Yes, it was.
Oh, well, her letter didn't say that.
No, you want to give him too many facts, right?
I know.
Right? So, yes, you wrote down the plan. Yes, you conspired together. And yes, you executed the plan. And yes, you're fucked. And you should probably send an assassin to kill me because there's nothing else you can do to get away from this. Come on. You guys have more money than the gangs. Send an assassin to kill me.
There are now, like, what, 5 or 6 lawyers working on this?
Oh, Marley Bordeaux
on our
the
side.
top.
On
our side. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you got to kill a lot of other lawyers, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Taking one of us down is no longer effective.
No longer effective.
Mass execution must occur. What's wrong?
What are you barking at?
What's wrong? Oh, it's a cat. Did you want to say hi to the cat?
So, is there a conspiracy against rights on the 16th Street Mall? Yes, there is. Oh, Liberty Freak is live. Nobody warned me that he finally went live.
Well, we better.
Yeah.
Hey, and the good news is, guys, this is the stunning conclusion of, like, no, it's not. It's the beginning. This is the intro. The intro to.
Oh, yeah, this is just letting you know that you're fucked. Let's stop pulling the audio from that.
There's the corner bakery, right? Remember to see how much they love the homeless, right? They love the homeless. Thank you. They are good people. Thank you, guys.
Looks like nothing extraordinary is happening down there, huh?
Right? Which is getting involved for the rights and dignity housing. Denver Homeless Out Loud, which is the shirts that we're wearing, right? They're the ones that wrote the bill for the Right to Rest Act, right? All right, cool. Yes. They actually wrote the bill.
Right, so we don't have anything else to cover.
No, but the audio only comes through here by microphone. So if you talk, you'll talk over that.
I just want to done.
Yeah, we're done.
I want to thank you for what you do. I want to thank you for your activism. I want to thank you for all the help that you give everyone.
See if I can raise the quality on this.
You're going to be a huge person in life. Thank you.
Hello, Juice Man. Hello,
If you guys stick
Constitutional
around,
Network
you're
News.
gonna see
Hello,
that in
Sofa
20
King.
years
Hello,
from now.
everyone. Good
We're
morning,
gonna be
a lovely
showing pictures
morning.
of her out here.
Hello, Lacey R. Zebra Bonner wearing a horse
Holding
costume.
up signs.
Zebra Bonner wearing Ryan Johnson. Noah
She's like an old
News.
lady trapped in a
Scarface.
little box.
Genesis. Effing 57. Super Train 3. Beloved Abstract.
Richard
Slate 2.
Aldous,
Lady
David
Saga. Yes,
Grandpa
Denver is definitely a criminal organization.
/ dad.
Hello, Holly Weir.
You know, they're just amazing people, not only as you know, partners and friends in the fight for freedom, but just as people, as family. What a family unit. What a beautiful thing. It's a pleasure and an honor to know people like them. Sure, I'm just walking around here right now to see anybody else. I don't know, something.
Good morning, Selena Fox.
Hello, darling. Have you eaten? Okay.
Dragonmere. Savannah Worthy.
So yeah, that's about it.
Stephanie London, good morning.
Folks over there already know, so.
Stephanie London, would you post a video, please? Oh, no, get her down.
Thanks a lot, man. Absolutely, man. Yep. I gotta have now that I have a little logo, I think I want to change the TV part on it, right? And make it more look like a red splash kind of thing.
Tracy Miller,
like it was painted with
Thomas,
paper kind of thing. And
Jane
then I can put
Tabara,
that on a shirt.
Hurry,
With
Think
that little
Before.
YouTube symbol under it. And YouTube. And or everybody knows who I am. They can just look at my shirt and they can go to my channel. So not to this channel, to my other channel. I forgot that the live stream on Streamlabs on my other channel, but I'm actually going to be cutting this one off. I'm just putting extra stuff on here that I don't care about because they're never going to monetize me. So I'm going to put all the fucking yelling material on this and all my proper material on there.
Iceberg. Hello, MD.
Did you see right now? Did you see one already? Yes, sir. A little India. Liberty Freak TV. Yep. When you look for Liberty Freak, I'm the only one.
Eric number 3. Wait. Oh, 70, your video.
Liberty Freak TV.
Yeah, Stephanie, the video that you had with your son.
beautiful day in here in Denver.
Doc Mudd, how are you? Mr. Tomcat 3333. Richard Arnold. Great work. Always film and save. That's right. And that's why I did this show today, just in case they make me go away tomorrow. Then you guys all have it. So please do capture this stream for your own.
Well, here we have another subscriber, supporter.
Neil Bond, good morning.
Hey, good morning, sir, with his beautiful bird. Hi, beautiful baby. Hi, beautiful baby. This is a real deal 2019 pirate. He comes with his own, with his own parrot. Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, it was your fiance. Okay. Say, speaking of pirates, you guys, what's a pirate's favorite letter?
The only day that Happy Fucking Cops Day shares the day.
No, the C, matey, the C.
You can't replace Happy Fucking Cops Day. It's got to just share the space.
Good morning, Sofa King.
Miss Bonnie is here today, so that means we have absolute portion control. Look at that. Look at that. She said, I love you, man. You're the bomb. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Princess and Pirate gives a smiley face. Good morning. Hello, Trail Dog.
Bite me, crank.
Oh, no, it was the C, my mateys. It was the C. The C. Gooseman is not funny at all, no. Gooseman is dangerous. Good morning, Tracy Miller.
Oh, yeah.
Dragonmere, 'tis the sea. Yes, indeed.
You do the hair and the white top, you tell him easy, said you can have a cigarette. I give him the rest of that. He's a good friend of mine. Hey, Rob.
We are watching Liberty Free TV stream right here.
Give him a cigarette. Yeah, give him a square.
We've probably also got, let's, Ghost Rider as well.
Great. It's a beautiful day. Like, huh? Sure. You want you? Huh? You can say hello.
Who else is down there?
What's your name? Monty? Nice to meet you, Monty. My name's Abby. Diamond? Oh, nice to meet you, Diamond. It is. It's the only thing to do, right?
Who else we got over there? This is Ghost Rider.
I've only been here for about 3 years. And I was passing through, when a situation happened, and I got into, I actually right late. He was already on the ground when I arrived.
Yeah. I'm just curious.
Do we have an update for him?
He has, after spending a week in the hospital and spending about a week to
This is the guy that got hit by the train. By the way, that microphone's picking up your phone.
Mm-hmm.
To go home.
Different.
He has a very strong.
You can hear your phone and the microphone.
Making sure that he has good money.
Right.
Making sure that he takes his medication.
Right.
He's on oxygen. He has a walker that is not accessible for his living room.
Oh.
So he's given one of those canes to help him get around.
Right, in that house.
But he's still recuperating from the broken ribs and the broken vertebrae.
Right.
So he is up and moving. He is released
Yeah.
now.
Right.
And he's recuperating and seems to be in good spirits. I saw him yesterday.
Yeah.
Doing very well. He's not going to be running a marathon anytime soon.
Right.
But other than
So
that,
when does he have to go to court?
that is a very good question that Vicky might have a better answer to. I'm not sure. Not sure. So
Hopefully we can all be there in support. Because,
advertising that court date since I find it.
Yeah.
that's a court date I'd like to be there because, you know, this is a pedestrian mall and pedestrians always have the right of way. So he should not be ticketed. So, I mean, these bus drivers here, I mean, look at this guy. This guy's moving right along. Doesn't care.
I'm actually going to pull up that ticket.
Right?
Yeah.
So let me see if I can find out.
Okay. So you guys have an update?
This is the guy that was hit
So,
the other
yeah,
week by the
definitely a
bus.
day in court. I'd like to
He actually
go
got
to
a ticket.
probably.
I think I have that ticket somewhere.
Being an inanimate object that was hit by an inanimate object.
I think I have the ticket and I want to show it because it was
It's up
so
to who she
outrageous.
wants to do, so
No.
you know how it goes.
There's a date in August, and I will be.
August. Okay.
So it's next month, and we got time to find out.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Thank you. So we have our weekly update now. How you doing, MCW Joker? First he has to beat the ticket that they gave him. They always stall you with a ticket. So,
I'm not sure where I have that
you
ticket,
know,
you
you have to fight the ticket they give you before you can even think about suing them. So, oh, that guy's eating cake. Looks like a lot of the food's gone. What do we got here? That looks like brownies. Lots of.
No, I think it's what that one is. Or whatever. I think it's one of the greatest ways of communication. All right, we got some more folks showing
It
up.
was sent to my text.
Chocolate cake. That looked like it might have been a wedding cake at one point. Just a thing on the top. Might have been.
What did you guys eat? You good? You got drinks, food, everything like that if you guys want it. All right. That's pretty bad. That's rock and roll for real right there. Look, that's fucking rock and roll for real. He's got his electric guitar bad as shit walking down the street.
I'm not sure where the ticket is. The ticket literally says it was written by Officer Lemons, and it says that the bus was struck by a pedestrian who was standing still. That's right, a pedestrian who was standing too close to the roadway. The bus was struck while traveling 5 miles an hour by a pedestrian standing too close to the gutter. That's what it was. So the pedestrian who was standing struck the bus that was moving 5 miles an hour.
Same his first donation that we remember that was never forgotten. And what he said, he goes, I got the gift today, so I had enough to send you this because I want somebody else to eat today. And
most of them are definitely around at least.
Oh, look, it's the real Robert Chase show.
This is good. Attention. What a beautiful bird. Yes. You're welcome to have all that I have left, Dad. Like, no, you didn't eat much of the last one.
Robert Chase is speaking with his own kind.
I feel like you
How
tear
cute.
things up. There's a cockatoo named Max on YouTube that has a following. I have. Have you seen Max? I don't know if I've. It's been a while since. There's some Copwatch videos. There's several different channels.
Speaking of cockatoos,
There's several different cockatoos.
is anybody familiar with Pebbles the cockatoo? Are you using my internet connection? You guys are crashing my connection.
Oh, I don't know. Oh.
Lacey R says hi to fan.
What?
RJ63 loves cursing pebbles. Real Eyes. Good morning, El Zorro. Hello, Ed Ramirez. Am I none of yours? Realize, realize, realize.
What?
I
can't
can't
even
even
believe you. Hello. Oh.
I love Pebble, the cursing cockatoo. What's this? Is this one live? Oh yeah, that's one live. Oh, that's me. How funny is that? I can't hit that hotspot. There it is. Be sure to like and subscribe to Ghost Rider and Liberty Free TV.
I miss protesting.
What's up, Brian Moore?
The city, the rich, and the businesses here voted no against 300. They said, fuck the homeless. But you see, their motto was, we can do better.
Yeah, their motto was we can do better.
But that we that they're talking about,
We shouldn't do anything because we could do better.
They obviously couldn't do better because they had to conspire to do worse.
We can do better, but we won't.
So when they said no to 300 because we can do better,
Right.
what the fuck is doing better? You
What's
haven't
up,
done
HPR
anything.
News Soon?
You gotta do something.
Shit is fucked up with
begin
stuff.
We'll judge if it's better or not. I think they're all done. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? I can bring a backpack of these motherfuckers out here. They'll be done before the feed's over. Hey, Rob, is that your paper and pen? I just need something so I can write somebody's number.
Good morning, A Balance.
I got my notebook with me. I'll bring that in a minute.
I thought that was creative the other night when you guys tried to call me to track my location when the cops were looking for me. That was pretty funny.
Where you go? Oh, there it is. Right. Cereal here, cereal bowls, milk. Woo-hoo. Peanut butter and jelly, bagels, bread, cake. Gotta have cake.
Just send him a GPS photo. That's funny.
Fresh cut fruit.
I don't know if it's funny the only time. I can do about anything right now. I unload semi-trucks.
Okay.
I got 2 brownies.
That'll work. Thank you. That'll work. I got a buddy that I know that does construction, so I'm gonna get in contact with him through the show's over and all that. Huh? Like he was asking, he needs somebody that basically just sit at a fucking chop saw and start chopping wood for carpenters and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, like easy stuff. Man.
So I was doing masonry. So masonry was
So it's important to judge people by their works, right? because the tree will only bear the kind of fruit that it can.
I've already answered the questions. I know you're not going to violate my ADA rights, and they continue to ask the same questions that were already asked previously. You're correct, Mr. Bumgarner Jr. It's a service dog. I'm deaf. If you would take a pic on and
This is the link to the video we're watching now.
Get your pad and your pen and communicate to me.
Advocacy for the hearing impaired or homegrown terrorism.
I cannot hear you.
By A Balance.
Oh, that's one of our kings.
Don't look at me like a fucking jackass.
Yeah.
Get a pad and a pen and effectively communicate with me.
And well, A Balance is sitting here pretending to be my friend. Notice the things that he publishes about me.
Look at the about page and when it started.
And Eric Brandt triggered.
Great, how are you?
This is not in favor of Eric Brandt. And when was it? The about page? Just started. Featured channel is Johnny Two Rivers. So this is what a troll page looks like, you guys. I have a couple miscellaneous playlists. And A Balance spoke with me on the phone about his computer skills. And seems to be somewhat of an expert at tracking people's locations where their phones are coming from. So make sure you pay attention to the people that are around you, because not all of your friends are your friend. I'm just saying.
But Eric, it's YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's my friend.
No, they're not.
They all love me.
Oh, I forgot to turn the volume back up.
All these guys. I love being here on Sundays.
I don't know who's playing the constant harp music.
That was nuts. Here's one of the ladies that almost got hit right there.
I'd like to see more of the harpist.
Well, maybe the bus stopped, but you know, they must have looked nice enough where, you know, they thought if they
An elder.
Well, that's a good question about who designed
I
it.
have some more harp. We have more harp.
They're going to change the design of this mall, and what they're going to do is for the middle part here, they're going to put the buses all the way to the middle. So they're going to take the 2 lanes, the bus lane there and there, and move them to the middle, and give more sidewalks on the outside so that the buses go through the middle part only.
They give him the
right?
ticket for hitting the vehicle.
The entire mall.
Apparently one guy is
all
lying
these
too.
trees here are going to get cut down. Every one of them.
What a disgusting move by the city. Are you kidding me, bro? Okay, guys. The latest information is that the gentleman that got hit here by a bus the other Sunday, the city has actually issued him a ticket for hitting the city vehicle.
That's right.
And he's got to go to court for it.
That's right.
Did you know that?
Trying to find it. Ma'am. Hi, my name is Abby. I am I do most of the videos for all of this and everything, and I highlighted most of what happened there to the gentleman who got hit by the bus. Most of the videos that the video. I wanted to
holograms, Dad.
I heard that he was charged.
Yes.
You mind if I put you on video?
No, really don't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's charged with hitting the bus.
He was charged with hitting the bus.
Yes.
When is this court date?
I'll get it. I guess
Please.
it's in August.
In
so
August.
I'll get it
Okay.
and I'll let everybody know.
Oh, it's important today now, right? Very important today. They're the most important day. Oh, did you guys hear that? You got it right from the source. He was charged for hitting the bus, not the bus driver charged for hitting him. Can you imagine? Good. I was sleeping, but I heard you talking. Oh, how you doing? Excellent. All right, good. Whatever's left, you guys are welcome to it, man. Absolutely. Your services, appreciate it. And so yeah, mind blowing, is it not? Mind blowing. Yes, guys, and also we were talking.
Hello, friends in code. Good morning. Friends in code, if you would be so willing to mirror this video that I've just done here, I would like everyone to mirror it. It does outline the evidence that we found demonstrating the conspiracy on the 16th Street Mall. We're just finishing off here by talking a little bit to these guys on the mall. We've got Ghost Rider over here on the left, Monkai 83 in the center, and Liberty Free TV on the right.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so now.
Did you hear what I did?
It's for you.
Hey now. We got chased by
You better.
knockout. We're about to knock out. I know. Wait till the beer comes out. Wait till the beer comes out. Yeah, she told me. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, so I don't know Fred. I do. Kyle.
Shark?
Sorry.
A small army.
Oh, hey there, Genesis.
Hello, Doreen Miller. Hello, Pack Lies. GM Skywatcher, what's up for you?
This is a new tactic. Are you playing a harpsichord in the background?
No, there's a gentleman on the mall playing the harp for the homeless.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Harp for the homeless. Chad's gonna be so happy to tell us about that.
Yeah, you're my favorite.
Hello, Paul Raycraft.
Oh, it's crusty.
Hello, DePontiac Lemons.
Hey, who sounds like the Wicked Witch of the West?
The Wicked Witch of the West, maybe.
D. Pontiac Lemons? Lamont? Says she sounds like the Wicked Witch of the West.
I'm not sure.
I think they were talking about Janet's laugh.
Maybe.
Moderators, keep on top of that shit.
What's wrong with it?
Calling Janet the Wicked Witch of the West?
We don't know that that's what he was talking about.
I know, I get a bird on the shoulder.
Oh yeah, but Robert's standing there talking to I met Robert 3 times.
Hello, Citizen Drake. Welcome to Modfest 2019, Part 2.
And it stands there for a while talking, and people on the chat all laughing. It always looks like a crazy man, it's like a mind.
Oh, shit's funny.
I need to Cora a drum picture.
I have one.
2019.
I don't know. Hello, Inlands.
That's their own fault, though. That's their own fault. No, that's their own fault.
Oh no, as I recall, they denied me that for some reason.
Yeah, but they get hurt by words, and that's their own fault. You know?
Judge Rogers refused to order him to do it.
The only thing stupid said is, the only thing that said that
wasn't Cora then.
Something that
I'll get you, my pretty. Barber Buffalo, you do here, Brian. Hello, Ann Gallant. Good morning, Divine Barrel.
I keep trying to imagine him as a 3rd grader. And he's just a big fat boy sitting in the back row with a bunch of straight G's. It's okay, Daddy, I'm fine.
It's okay, Daddy, I'll buy it up. No, he just walked away. See, that's when he gets for wearing socks and sandals. Now he's looking for somebody else to go see it.
Down there.
She is. Thank you, Selena Fox, for posting Janet's PayPal there. Keith Anderson, welcome.
Thank you, Selena, for sharing Janet's PayPal.
I'm one of your followers.
What's up, Divine Barrel?
I said, maybe I actually wanted to see this live. But yeah.
Hello, Fuckleberry.
You've been hunted down. I've been hunted down.
I'm trying to follow.
I'm trying to get everybody's things so you can follow my YouTube like I do. Ready? Sweet, now you guys can see yourself on YouTube. Yeah, now we're on YouTube Live. Like I said, they're public auditors. They audit the company. So you guys remember the older gentleman that was hit by the bus with the oxygen tank? They gave him a ticket for hitting a vehicle. He has court in August. No shit. Yeah, that's why I'm flipping off all the bus drivers. Yeah.
Well, apparently, I'll have to contact.
That's what I thought. That day, don't listen to him. That's just some dude we found at a race.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you.
Here is the link that I just sent you guys there. Let's turn this down.
But he's Liberty Free. One word on YouTube, and you follow him.
You can go to fuckreganbenson.com where you can find the version of the video. I won't post it here because, you know, she keeps copyright striking me. And I don't have any left to afford. But I am asking people to please download. Look, there she is right there. Here's a snapshot of her from one of our discovery videos. And then this is a link to the video that you can download yourself. You can click Save Video As. Oh, I didn't transition the camera. My bad. Here we go. This is fuckreganbenson.com. Thanks to Noman Nesio.
Jeez, go ahead.
There's a picture of Regan Bok Benson. Her new mating call is Bok 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 Bok.
Oh, look who we got here.
And you can right click here to download your very own copy of the epic Regan's Rant and upload it to your own channel if you can afford the copyright strikes. I'm hopeful that you can. That's right, fuckreganbenson.com. Barbara Buffalo has it downloaded. Thank you very much. Las Vegas Freedom News. Oh my goodness. Need camera? I always need cameras. I only have one camera. So as you can see here, I can put. What do I have there? So there you see I have one camera. It's right here.
I forget what city it was. We were having a protest and the cops were talking about it, I think on their phones or through their communication. And they said, oh, I can't wait for the nighttime when they won't be able to tell us apart. And we can just wail on them. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Oh, that change happens live, huh? Okay. It was just the voice of Stephen Mazur that I heard. Hi, Sophie King. Hello, Eric Fine. Rachel Wooten, welcome. How are you? Her poor husband, says Keith Anderson. I know. I know. Hello, Rusty Roro. Hi. You waking up? Do I see you? You want to sing? You want to sing?
I didn't ruin that, did I? Alright.
Does Regan, does YouTube tell you gives you a strike? Yes, yes it does. Yeah, when you get a copyright claim filed against you, get her full legal information. Her full legal information. Because a copyright claim is a legal process.
It just makes you want to laugh.
And then you file a counterclaim against her when she does it. And then she has to legally prove that she went through the legal processes of the copyright claim. Yes, Rusty had a rough time because of the storm yesterday. Stop beating your wiener. Thanks, Las Vegas Freedom News. Oh, wait. Yes, I absolutely know that it's her, Rachel. And why do that? I don't see the point is that because she is so incredibly narcissistic that she can't resist filing the complaint. So currently she's running like a mad dog, or more like a chicken with its head cut off is more appropriate. And everybody that posts that video, she goes berserk on and files the strikes and complaints. And if she files too many frivolous strikes, then they can strike her. She can't fucking stand any negativity about herself. So people posted negative comments on her videos. She took them all down.
I bet like 4 cops that are actually decent human beings.
My 16th Street Mall restriction is for a year.
We just went to Jeffco yesterday because deputy pulled a gun on a 14 and 15-year-old kid walking home because he quote unquote matched the description of somebody with red hair. The kid was walking down the street with a fucking bike in his hand.
Who's an idiot following whom around? It's not a crime, Lady Saga. It could be a civil tort.
We were on Colfax. We were just doing a loop around the block. We started following us around the block. Around the block again. Wow. Yeah. We're gonna go back and invest in a couple good times. I go to Dave's. The guy has a little too.
Right, Rachel. She's pulled them all down.
All back up. Like
And it's free speech.
They're all in different fucking.
Definitely right, Nutbuster.
Well, they were costing the city like. Really? Yeah. The city spent $6 million alone on fucking quieting Eric Burns. Yeah.
So it looks like they're pretty much packing up the mall.
Oh, he won't be down here. Yeah. He's restricted from the area. Him and Brian Loma can't come down to 16th Street Mall. Yeah, I've been watching this video in a super secret location.
I am watching the stream, though.
Not allowed down here. I'm not allowed on Union Station. A couple areas I'm not allowed to go in either. It's funny. Whenever we call him, we're like, hey, when we pop watch, he's like, yeah, I can go here. All right.
Fuck cancer. Oh, Rachel, she took him down because everybody posted a bunch of negative comments on there and she couldn't stand
You
it.
guys drove out to meet us. They want to meet you. Oh, he knows me. He gave me one of his t-shirts. Oh, never mind. He gave me one of his t-shirts. I am watching. Oh, they already know.
Oh, ReganRant.com? Let's try that one. Oh, not yet. ReganRant.com doesn't appear to work.
Do you have Monkey running?
Yeah?
Okay.
Happy fucking cops day, guys.
Why?
Right? I was doing that to everybody that walked out of Jeffco yesterday. And even the fucking employees were laughing. They were just like, that's every day, huh? We were like, yes, it is. You
Sure
know.
is.
Last night we had some fun with Denver precinct.
Thank you, Barbara Buffalo.
The precinct that's down here.
Yes, Rachel, that's why that makes sense.
So
Yes.
the night before, a lady cop threatened to arrest 303 filming a computer in a car.
Sure did. You guys
And
seen
then
that
he pretty
video?
much made her cry. Because he kept on calling her sweetheart and she was getting pissed off. So yesterday she told us that because Eric flashed her in the face with this flashlight, she was going to have to get disability.
She sure did. You know what? The lights on the ambulance were way brighter than ours.
I'm like, I thought you were going to collect disability because your weak ass eyes can handle fucking a little light in them. Going into it. I was like, it's alright, sweetheart. You know, it's alright.
Yeah, she talked about how her eyes, she had to see medical because she had spots in her eyes now, that stupid bitch.
Wow, 16 people in the chat. That's an all-time low. I'm gonna go back. Alright. Got the turkey call. The street's making a turkey call.
Right. We're going to go ahead and keep the stream going as long as there's guys on the 16th Street Mall, just for their safety, because you never know. The moment you cut it short, oh, thank you for posting Anna Sophia's.
Right? Fucking assholes, man.
Oh, you got me. It's time. Oh, thanks for letting that do. That was cool.
Well, the guy with the cute puppy.
That was cool.
Caught the police.
So boys, that you were in the flying and hope about it. And then the good
Coffee does sound good.
That's funny shit.
We're back over here. Get that close to the heartbeat. How's that? Enough with that?
Hey, she put it on totally gone. Like, and what do they got on the other
What's up, Levance 420?
Something going on, guys? Nothing going on about?
Yeah, waterfowl from that work. Hey, they got the right yeah, they got a toilet to make room.
Yeah, I'm still active here.
Yeah, we got for it.
Protesting. All these people, volunteers, are occupied.
Hey.
From the bus, I can hear them moving fast.
Can you believe that they're charging that man with hitting a vehicle? They are disgusting. Of course they are.
We'll put Janet on for a while. How's that? Oh, keep dropping more and more people. What's
Good morning,
up with
sir.
And nobody's
Well,
talking.
thanks for
Somebody's
being
talking
here.
to me, please.
Yes.
Waiting on your food delivery.
No, you're good. I wouldn't do that to you.
This is Janet and Bonnie.
I want to have a shirt that has my YouTube show in the back, and on the front it says, "You're on camera." If I'm in front of you, you're on camera. Yeah. Candid camera.
I smashed Eric Branch telling me like that's funny things, Tracy.
He's got vertigo syndrome. He's not a professional. Good morning. Yeah.
Morning. Yeah, I'll give you that one, A-Balance.
Yep.
Cop's still parking.
It still looks a little trolly, but
I didn't even know.
I'll give it to you.
You gonna wear one?
That's not common.
You got one just like it? I don't see anybody in the bus lane. We got one down there parked. Going the wrong way.
Very cool. Like, I don't know if I can do that. It's very talented. Can you find me? She kept that? Oh, yeah, take it off? Yeah. That's what it is. Oh, really? Now she just threw up the ball.
Are you really wearing a belt fender? You really wearing a belt fender? You really think you could That's right. I'm also wearing. That's right. I don't see you sporting yours.
I had a Curtis Taylor shirt.
Oh man. Mike, why don't Mike you wearing it?
Oh, that's telephone.
Now. Oh man. You can't find it anymore.
Yeah, that's what it is. Have a chair right here.
Yeah, could have been.
Selena Fox, I can't look. I use it really for your pro, and I paid a pretty penny for it. Hello, Magic Diggs.
Me too. Me too.
An old man with a walker, oxygen tanks, fragile, gets hit by a bus, and to save themselves by the litigation. They trying not to get sued. They actually charged him. What an ugly, disgusting, immoral move. Five.
You're not. Oh, you're catching Nord Stream. You're not. Oh, you're catching Nord Stream. Oh, okay. He's got. What is that? Liberty Creek. Oh, yeah, Liberty Creek.
Eyes around someone.
Well, if he's still alive,
No,
he's around here somewhere, I'm sure. He's around here
Fuck the police. I'm not sure where you're getting these links from that contesting that they aren't valid. FuckReganBenson.com is the
list of all of them. So I have it like set up with a template. So whenever some issue like this comes up, I can prepare it correctly. That would be like that would be like, yeah, I'll raise my hand on that one. Yeah. Because and I want somebody. I appreciate it. For sure, gentlemen. Wherever you got, they got something here, here's how it works. It's my situation.
Alright. He's on Monkai's screen watching his, but he's standing right behind me. Yeah.
Hey, Balance, you can go back to posting under your own account. I remodded you.
See him when he's like working for you, right? Right.
But yeah, we can.
But there are some big, you just were right.
Oh. You just were.
Shit is fucked up and stuff. It's the
I
fullest.
know there's another gentleman, I can't remember his name, Noah Slaughter or whatever, but he's, there he is. He must be.
There he is.
Muslim one, he's like, his name, last name, like, you can tell it's
Yep.
like Muhammad.
There he is, walking down the street with Steve.
Anyway, very clean cut, super clean head, right, you know, shaved, super perfect beard, you know, suit, and they say it's pretty good. It was referred to me by a prominent person, so.
I hear a bus coming. I hear a bus coming.
Pretty well, I can't wait for it to be so much on it, so.
Walking through, man.
You know, all it is about, it's about the paperwork, man, right? It's about what you get right. It's about what you do. Right? Could see that they treated someone right away. No, they wouldn't let me.
Standard donations. Most of them are. You can go and broadcast the time.
At least this one.
Well, the judge gave them an order, right?
I use
Are you willing to
one called
convict somebody of a crime even if you disagree?
Scanner Radio.
That was what I was saying.
Right, which is actually
It just comes off broadcast.
an unfair
Most of them are.
statement.
The one that would be an excellent thing to do.
They also said you cannot put on your conscience.
Last night I had the straight up on broadcast play on my PC. I was listening to the Adams County channel while Johnny Bible was doing his live stream. I had them both up at the same time, so I was seeing what was going on. It was funny as hell when the first thing I heard was a guy complaining that the lady was rude because she didn't answer the door for the police about the noise complaint for a dog. She only opened the door after they walked away from the door. So she was rude. That was on the radio last night. So it's like, oh, really? Like, well, I can't blame her for not opening the door.
Right? That makes them feel guilty later in the end. It's people like, I shouldn't have. But that's not the way it works.
You know, apparently it's a crime to get us all.
Share on your Facebook, share on your social media. Share your notification. Your notification.
Stick around. Thanks for
everyone who came. How you doing, man? Good, good. Everyone? Vincent. Nice to meet you, Mr. Vincent.
You are?
Oh, okay.
You gonna go cop watching? Downtown here?
That was Rusty.
Anywhere not on the wall. I didn't set up for long or anything yet, so. Yeah, most of them are birds, not lions.
Oh, is it?
So. Huh? Yeah, there's a lot of them around. So you're gonna go chasing them around up like on 20th or something?
I can't do the same.
Up by the stadium and shit? Probably.
Right? I knew a bunch of people that didn't have
I'm gonna see if
you know,
off
they
your
didn't have
stream
anything
now?
warm, and I saw that.
I'm gonna meet you guys
And I
for a
said,
second.
well, I need, what do you call it, sleeping bags, right? So I made a big giant sign for sleeping bags, and I ended up getting like 6 of them within about half an hour. so I gave them away to those people that needed it. I have my van, right? So I've been lucky in that sense. I've always had a van. I'm really not homeless. I said I'm just houseless. Right? You know, I enjoy the way that I live very much. I could travel, come and go as I wish. You know.
Hello, Skyhawk 56.
Who's from? You might want to
Greetings, come to plastic. Hello, Lone Star News.
You might want to consider becoming a rubber trap. You know, and
what we might
go check out cheaprvliving.com.
So we'll find out.
cheaprvliving.com, and you just put in van living or hashtag van life, you know, anywhere on YouTube. And there's millions of
Maybe it'll be
videos.
something exciting today.
It is super nice.
Because
Because you can live just like anybody else.
brain that's supposed to be
Lone Star News Geek subscribers.
You know, take showers at Planet Fitness or you know any other gym. You can.
How's my legs? I've been trying to stay off it as much as I
A
can.
month, which is you do already receive everything, right? So,
but
you know, with that kind of income, living like that, you don't have to pay rent, you don't have to pay. You know, the only thing that your money goes to is like tires, brakes, right? Insurance. You always have to have insurance and gas, right? But total difference in how you pay light rent.
Then they changed their minds.
Plus, you know, you just only go there to sleep anyway. Right?
No,
Sleep, walk, you know,
I mean,
walk
I've
something,
had that
whatever.
one too already too.
With this, one day you're relaxing in front of a beach. You know,
Yeah, this doesn't appear to be our Regan Benson.
Like your house, your friend's house.
I didn't even have a cast put on it. Yeah, I didn't even go to the doctor.
Vincent, is that your name?
Limped around for
Let's
months.
see if it is.
On the bubble?
I limped around for months.
Like on the
I
track?
actually have a
Huh? It's just Vincent Plain, right?
Yeah, I don't think this is our Regan Benson.
shattered. You can feel a hole right there. You can push your fingers through it. And it's just kind of weird. I know I didn't let him down for that Edgewater.
Oh, yes, yeah, the Edgewater standoff. Okay, oh, you were there? Oh, nice. I don't watch all the videos, like, I watch all my videos, like, you know, I couldn't think of man, so many friends, so many people, so much action going on all over the nation.
Planning to get a new cell phone because cell phone is buffering on their live feed.
Really? A lot of times the live feed is.
Hello, Cindy Renee.
Let's say things.
A Balance is still here, posting as Red Telephone.
The thing to do is you turn it off, not off, and you close that window, and then you reopen the video. You know, you choose the event, let it reopen.
Depends on how it's made. If it's
It's like the program that does it, right?
because then it's a connection with super
Had an opportunity to get my free lunch because I got the season pass with the
Oh, nice. Very nice, very nice.
with the free retail.
Regan Benson fucks hard.
Really?
Where's that at?
Which is hard. They smoking a pipe.
Yeah, you know that it's free at the zoo today.
Where's the
Free
big
entrance.
collar?
Yeah, the Denver Zoo.
Yeah.
It's all free, so you can just go over there and join the zoo. Okay.
I don't want to lose you.
All right.
But yeah, I'll
Huh?
have my leg worked
What's
out
that?
at some point.
Oh, delicious.
I'm wondering
Delicious.
if a bone broke.
I've never had it.
Thank you, Lone Star. I appreciate
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Hello, Huckleberry
Yeah,
Auditor.
yeah, but thanks for making it up, Vince.
Yes, Red Telephone. It says here, yes, I am A Balance.
Yeah.
Okay, can you email me?
Robert Franco, welcome.
Can you email me? It's easy to remember. I'm Liberty Freak TV. Just remember Liberty Freak TV at Gmail. You know, I'm at Gmail. Just put Liberty Freak TV at Gmail. And it's all right. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you on my Facebook?
All right, the Harvard moved to the shade finally, by the way.
Okay.
Realize those people live at home.
Oh, there's always going to be trolls. Sure.
They need something more lively, though.
Right.
But it is relaxing still.
Oh yeah, big old tires out. Yeah, that was a blast. That was a super blast. Never a dull moment.
Protest with ice.
No, I didn't go. I was busy. I got a lot of motion to my right.
The what?
I can't depend on my nerves. You know, I gotta do
Oh,
it.
this is Modfest 2019 Pop to
I
June.
don't even know what angle to take it from. It's kind of scary, so. Oh, cool.
What's wrong with the chat, Sofa King?
Really?
So, guys,
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I gotta check that out. Cause I got it too.
30 grit.
To lift? Oh my God, thank you for that information. I didn't know. I'm totally gonna do that.
Hey, Whitebeard.
I get Medicaid.
What's up, Link to United?
Oh wow. Okay. Well, if you take it
I'll
out,
bet she does.
Right, okay, that makes sense.
It's really fun.
Yeah, I'm dying to get on and try it, right? Those are pretty cool. Is it? Yeah. The lift. All right.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, Cindy.
Guard, line, wrist, stack.
Sorry about that.
You like the lift more than the other ones? Really? How come? Oh, because of this kind of food, huh? I mean, who wouldn't like that, right? Yeah, some of them are like 20 something.
We were discussing what we were going to do. Possibly.
Yeah. Thank you for coming by, huh? I appreciate it. Yeah, God
You
bless you,
can't
bro.
see anything, Sofa King? I don't think you're blocked.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, you're not
I hope
blocked.
to see you again. Absolutely.
Try
Please send me an
refreshing
email,
your
will you?
page because I can see you.
I can't get enough of that. People coming to see and visit. I always pray that no one's ever going to be negative, right? But I love everyone that comes out here to see us. That means that they care about that.
Like that.
Right?
So I was missing some of them.
The one, I'm sure you're right. She flat out said in her video that she wears the pants in the family. Yes, that was a great idea. I haven't talked to him about it yet.
Sorry.
Otto is back in
I
Texas.
just brought forearm in the face. Yes. Java.
Sofa King, you can only see your own posts.
Oh, that might be YouTube. Doesn't like it. It isn't a deletion thing.
Oh, I don't have any money really in the kitty, no.
Might not, and it might be spam.
Hello, Rob B.
Your video got age restricted. Is that bad?
What if he's not saying
no,
around
not
because
really. It isn't that bad. It just means that.
Oh, really, Rob? Can you post some links? I'll pull that up right now if you can send me a link. My phone is stoned.
Yeah, when you say.
Yes, thank you for posting my backup channel, which already has a copyright strike on it, thanks to Regan Benson.
It's just one of those things. I don't think it's any of the mods doing it. Where am I at? I'm at
I know you see me, Paul. I know you see me.
Like we are every Sunday.
Don't act like you don't see me, Paul.
Putting away the clothes now. Most of the food's gone. They're cleaning up stuff.
Oh, but you avoided me because, okay, so we have an issue. And you believe, you know, right?
Yeah, adoption of children.
Do what?
Hitting a vehicle.
Trucks here.
No, the vehicle didn't hit him. He hit the vehicle.
So they're going to be loading up the truck here.
Liability.
I don't understand that. I mean, I don't understand the charge.
They passed. They did a Supreme Court case just not too long ago. Passed with Nieves versus something, whatever. And they were like, well, if you had this probable cause of anything whatsoever, anything, you can't sue them, you know, whatever, right? So now they're like, fuck it, they'll just sling anything.
What are we watching
now?
now?
Like, well, we got 50-50, you know? It might stink, it might not. You know, if it does, woo, for us, right? You know, so it's like, but it's so embarrassing, right? It's so ugly because you know exactly what you're doing, right? They know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, really, how moral can it get?
Now, how is it different that was?
Huh?
You say you rubbed somebody, you subbed
He's actually still in rehab.
or you say,
Yeah, he's still in the hospital, rehab.
I
Yeah,
need
having
rubs.
walk. Yeah,
I
he's
know you
fucked
need
up.
subs, you know,
Yeah, he was frail as hell when he got hit, right? So, that old gentleman, yeah, he was like broken ribs. You know, he had broken broken vertebra in his spine and everything. Didn't know at that age, right? It's like, you know, we were young, we could get clobbered, you know, in a fist fight with chairs and everything. You know, when you get all just slip and fall in the bathroom. When they were the same, a lot of them lose their life after it, right? Like they started, right? But they started declining. They started it's a real reality.
Oh, yes. Hello, Justin
Hey,
Hollingwolf.
Paul, I just want to thank you for always being the human guy of the show, right? You are a part of the show. Everybody always asks about you. Yeah. People ask about you. Tell them,
I just want to keep the peace. Our guys aren't trying to make things wrong. And I know you guys.
Well, we appreciate you for being a shining example of what it should be and what it could be if somebody actually did it correctly and did it out of professionalism and courtesy and things that, what it's really supposed to be in our city.
Where's Justin?
And you know, you and I, we all get along.
Where's Justin? There he is.
And that's all I want from you guys, and that's all I
And thank you, because you don't fit a shit. That's right, and you really respected us, so I thank you for that.
Uh,
Thank you, sir. Thank you for not judging us, sir.
I guess I can do it.
Yeah? Yes, sir, thank you.
Earlier.
You see, folks, we can have humanity. If people would just talk and be courteous and just be human, there would be no wars.
Justin Emo Hollingwolf?
Ugliness, there would be no,
Oh, we have a new video there.
Oh yeah, see that one just go across in the red light.
Yeah. Oh shit! I wish I knew how to turn that off.
Emma.
Hi, baby. Surely there's a way to turn that off. I know someone's calling. I'm not answering it for a reason. Because I don't want to answer it.
That's why I did.
Hello everybody, Emo Hollingwolf here. I'm making a quick video, and I'm addressing this to Megan Benson.
Yeah?
That's right. She knows who she is. And I'm not gonna call her the C word in
Don't
this
worry, I'm
video.
not live
I'm not gonna rant
Lying
and
in your
argue in
boobs.
this video.
You're not facing this
And
direction.
anybody
Microphone.
who I offended in the last video for using the C word, I apologize. So, especially the women out there who saw that video and were upset over it, I take it back that I used that word, and I will not use that word in this video. And I will not get it as
So,
dramatic.
A Balance,
as
if
in
you
the
think
last
you're
video.
not a
But I
troll,
do want to say
ask
this
yourself
quickly.
why you're continuously
What
calling me
really
when
does
you know
not
I'm in the middle of a live
understand is that
stream.
when you put something on the internet, it stays out there forever. That's right. When you delete it, somebody out there's got a copy of it. That's right. And she doesn't realize this. So there are people who have got copies of when she went and did a 37+ minute rant telling off Eric Grant and explaining why she struck his channel.
Hello,
Okay?
Chuck Brosnan.
And anybody who shared, and then after she live streamed that quick stream, like a coward that she is, she took it down. Not realizing that multiple people would be making copies of that. Okay? Multiple people screenshotted that. I was one of them. So, Eric put it on his other channel. She put a strike on Eric's other channel. I put it on my other channel. She put a strike on my channel. Other people on the internet put a strike. She put a strike on their channel because she's trying to hide that rant. Well, I got.
It was an
I
epic
was
rant.
right now at the making of this video. I have that video up 3 different places myself.
Yay!
Yeah. She pretty much blocked me on YouTube from posting that video, but I have it on other places. That's right. I also have an RTMP streaming. That's for streaming. Does anybody know what that is?
Oh, do
That
tell.
is a live video feed streamer that I can use an encoder, and the live video stream player is on my website.
Ooh.
And if she continues to be a bitch, I will start up my RTMP software, and I will play her video on loop live for everybody to go to my website at whwwco/.
Post that in the feed, please.
WT. I haven't started streaming the video live there yet.
Could you imagine
But I
a
do
24-hour
have
Regan
a
Benson
media
rant
player
stream?
Where I can start it in Coda,
I've only seen
and
one
I
of her
can
things,
start
and that's where
streaming
she
that
was walking
video
down the street
24/7 around the clock and let people record it
She
off
went
of
off
my
on
live
them.
stream.
You didn't see the
And
epic
it's a
rant?
private live stream that I own, bitch.
And I didn't
So
even
you
know
ain't
who
gonna
it
cry
was.
you ain't gonna go crying to YouTube.
I love it.
Because I own that stream. It is mine. Private. Just like I can tell you right now, Regan, are you ready for this announcement, Regan?
I am.
Somebody on YouTube in the YouTube community made a video. Well, I made a URL.
Ignore.
FuckReganBenson.com. I will give it to you again. FuckReganBenson.com. And on that guy's website is a copy of my video that you struck down that he took off of my channel. And I didn't give him permission to take it off my channel. But I ain't gonna copyright strike him either because I'm glad he's sharing the information. He took it off my channel and he's got it on his private web server. Okay?
Because you can't delete anything on the internet. A Balance continues to try and call me to tell me how much
Then
of a troll
don't
he
forget,
isn't.
Discord has video now, bitch. I can open up a Discord room and I can play it. I can put your video in my Discord and play it on loop and let everybody go in there and copy it in there. You think I am done with you? I'm not going to say the word because from what I understand, Janet Matson got upset with my last video because I used the C word repeatedly in the video. That's
I doubt
what
it.
I'm taking. Because one night the friend said, why don't we play Emo Hollywood's video? And Eric said, well, we can't play that video in front of Janet's presence.
Oh,
So the
no,
only
I was
reason
just
why I
kidding.
think Janet doesn't like
It
the
wasn't
video
you
is
that
because
it was that
I
she was
used
done
the
with
C
Regan
word. And I
Benson.
almost used
That's
the
where
C
that
word
was.
there, and I'm
Yeah.
trying not to
Sorry.
use the C word.
That
I'm
got
trying to be good in
misinterpreted.
this video. So yeah, Regan, I dare you to take down FuckReganBenson.com. I dare you to try to go after that guy who's got a copy of my video on his website. And like I said, I own an RTMP streaming server. All I gotta do is fire it up, and like I said, it'd be on my website running 24/7.
Thank you,
Again,
MRS.
who you gonna bitch to when I own the site and that other guy owns the site? Your content will always be on the internet. That's what you don't understand. You effing B. You don't understand that you don't make an ass out of yourself if you don't want people to have your content forever. You don't post anything out there that can come back and haunt you, okay?
He's obviously not
Trust
done
me,
yet.
I know.
King 9 Village Idiot
And I'm going to
News.
tell you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to go off on a little
No,
tangent.
I'm
okay?
live.
There was a
Playing
site back in the day called Blog TV.
I hope that's a little
okay?
louder for you
On
in
Blog
this day and age.
TV,
It's as
there was
loud as
this,
I can
there
make
was
that.
this person
I can go a little louder.
who
There you go.
who I made fun of on Facebook. I made fun of this person on Facebook.
No.
This guy at the time was a cripple. He was handicapped at the time. And I made a snide remark, okay, about this guy. And not only was the remark made on Blog TV, but it was also made on Facebook. That was 7 years ago. Now there's another site called iBlog.tv. Okay, iBlog.tv. It's another streaming place. I'm an outcast on
Good Citizens has a rant
iBlog.tv
about
because
Regan
a lot
as
of
well.
this
That's-
guy's
can you post the
friends
link for
after
us?
Blog TV closed went to iBlog.tv. And 7 years after I made that comment on Facebook about this guy, There are people still showing that screenshot to this day. A screenshot I deleted 7 years ago. What you do not understand is once you put something on the internet, it stays on the goddamn internet.
Rachel, go ahead and try and
So
refresh
yeah, you
that
struck
link.
my
'Cause
channel,
sometimes
you
I've
struck
noticed that it
Eric's
doesn't
channel,
come up all
and a
the
lot
time.
of people are
I
pissed
have a
off at
pretty
you.
loaded server.
But I dare you to try to take down fuckweekendbenson.com. I fucking dare you to do it. And don't sue me because Reagan Benson has my docs, guys. Because she put a copy strike on me, and I rebutted the copy strike. And the only way you can rebut your copyrighted strike is you're gonna put your real name, your real address, your real phone number, and all that shit. So yes, Regan Benson has all my real fucking docs right now. And I don't give a fuck that she has all of my docs right now. She knows where I live. She can call me up on this goddamn phone right now. It's no surprise what my docs are. You know, she's not the only one that found out my docs. One day, Not Now, Maybe Later called me up on the phone. I still don't know how the fuck Not Now, Maybe Later got my number, but it's out there. And the first time and you know what? I might as well give you, by rights, I might as well give you guys my fucking docs right now because you know what's gonna happen? The first time I go out First Amendment.
Hey, David Boren.
The first time I go out First Amendmenting.
This is Justin Emo Howling
The
Wolf.
first time I go out auditing.
Going on explaining to Regan Benson why she's
I
stupid.
get arrested. Guess what? Everybody knows where I got arrested because they were watching it live.
The Amazing
They go get
Cockatiel,
those
welcome
documents from the police station. Guess what? Now all of YouTube has got my docs. So I'm not worried about my docs because the first time I get arrested, everybody's going to know my fucking information. So yeah, Regan Benson has my docs right now, and so does Not Now, Maybe Later. I don't know how the fuck Not Now, Maybe Later got him, but he knows my fucking docs. So even with me not going to jail, people like Not Now, Maybe Later, who have their investigator sleuthness to them, know how to find somebody's docs. So yes, Not Now, Maybe Later has my fucking phone number. I don't know how he got it. So if he could get my number, any one of you guys can get your number. So yeah, I replied to the copyright strike, and now Regan Benson has my full name.
Hello,
she has
Sarah
my
Perez.
full address. She has my full phone numbers. She'll have all of that now. So don't sue me, Regan Benson, for fuckreganbenson.com because I don't own it. It's not me. It's another guy in the community. I'm just telling you where your video's at. And I'm daring you to take that other site down. And you're not going to be able to do it. And like I said, you think YouTube is the only place I can share a video? I can share it in Discord. I can share it in Tiny Chat. I can share. Well, no, Facebook. Facebook would probably.
I keep telling her that if she keeps
but like I
fucking
said,
with me and
I
causing
can
injury,
turn on my own
she keeps thinking I'm
RTM
kidding. I'm
server
just going to keep letting her create
and
the new
stream
outlets.
it right to my website.
When I go to court against you, Regan Benson, there will be no defense for you.
// WHWT.
Hello, Space Pygmy. I saw
That's
the video.
gonna be my
Thumbs
next
up,
step.
says Space Pygmy.
I'll stream it on the fucking internet live, and I won't do it with a watermark. So that way, when I do it on the RTMP stream, people like Eric and Liberty and everybody else can take screenshots and record it. Because I'll make sure all the fucking watermarks are off of it. Because right now the video is on another website. Because he took it from me, even though I didn't give him permission to do so. But you know what? I'm glad he did it.
I figured you would
I'm
be. I
glad
encourage
it's
people to
on
do it.
another site. Because I'm trying to
I'll
prove
take
to you
ownership
that
of that
once
one.
you make an ass out of yourself, it will always be out there. Now, if I deleted my channel tomorrow,
It won't go away.
you can
What's up,
guarantee
Louie?
that there would be multiple videos of my rant towards you on the internet that would be out there for life. And even when those channels are dead and gone, there'll be more channels after that who have copied it. Because once you put something on the internet, it stays on the internet.
Eyes on Corruption is only 41 subs away,
And
guys.
it hasn't just happened to me, it's happened to other people. Like I said, I ran my mouth on Facebook about another caster on Block TV. That post is still going around the internet 7 years later. Because there's one woman by the name of Olivia who's intent to ruin my reputation on iBlog. So I go on iBlog, I start streaming, and nobody comes to the show because she has done everything in her power to block everybody new from coming to my room, because she still shows everybody that screenshot from 7 years ago that I can't take back. Because I got drunk one night after my mom died, and I said a smart ass comment on the internet that's still haunting me.
I don't know anything about Pornhub.
Just like the rant that everybody's copied on their channel now and is making multiple copies of, and people are getting paid off of my video. I made it. It's now on the internet. It will stay there forever. Just like that rant you made, I will make sure will stay on the internet for eternity. As God is my witness. Because once it's on the internet, you cannot remove it.
Unless you're the government.
So keep striking, bitch. Keep striking. Oh, and one more thing. All right, one more thing. Okay. I'm going to end the video with this.
The one says I've already downloaded it onto 3 external hard drives.
The main reason why Reagan, see, I almost said it again. The main reason why Reagan, the main reason why Reagan took down Eric's channel.
You're obviously a troll because you won't shut up.
Pictures. He put up.
If you're trying to prove that you're not a troll, you're doing it too hard.
The main reason why Benson got mad at Eric and took his channels out is because Eric put crime scene evidence and videos of the police murdering somebody.
Oh, she'd like to say that.
Struck down Eric's channel because she didn't like the comment about this Tim guy being on Eric's channel. But if you go to Regan Benson's channel right now, what does she have up? Crime photos of Tim's murder. So it's all right for you to do it.
And that's
it's
why I
all
love
right
this guy.
for you to do it. But it wasn't all right for Eric to do it. Really? The same content you took Eric's channel down for is on your channel right now.
See you, Brian.
I rest my case. Once it's on the internet, it always stays on the internet. Get it through your head. You weapon
Alabama camera film the police. This is Justin Emo Howling Wolf. He was in here for a minute. I haven't seen him in here for a while, though. He might not be in here anymore. But I love this guy.
Good job. Backing up to him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a lot of content, you guys. He's been producing content for a long, long time. He's got a number of channels. And, yeah, he posted Regan's rant, and she gave him a copyright strike for it. I'm not going to post it here because I'm trying not to lose my channel, but you could get it from fuckreganbenson.com. right here. Epic rant by Regan Benson. And there's really nothing she can do about this. That's Regan Benson. That's probably the most endearing photo I've seen. She is a crazy chicken lady.
Regan Benson is endearing?
It's the most endearing photo she has. And this was downloaded from Justin Emo Howling Wolf's YouTube page. And you can right click here and hit save video as, and then you can upload it to your own channel. Somebody else said that they had a good one. A Good Citizen, you said you had one? Can we get the link there? And Rob, I did get your link for the audio there. I'll listen to that and look for that. Oh. Not seeing it. Hello, Hallucinator 69. Thank you, Lacey, for posting that link. Oh, she has 2 videos now. Oh, no, just one. Just one. Come on, look at that. It's the crime scene photos of Timmy Henley. He was right. She doesn't post how many subscribers she has now because she's like down to almost none. And if she loses very many more, she'll not be able to broadcast. You notice I'm not subscribed to her. Yeah, most of her shit's gone. Not completely. Not completely. Fuck Regan Benson. So, are the guys still live downtown? What's going on with that? Oh, no, it looks like their streams are ended, which means they'll be here at any moment. And so I'm going to stop the stream now because I got to go to the bathroom before they get here, and we've got work to do when they do. So happy Fuck the Cops Day. And remember that a finger a day keeps the popo away.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
That's right. Oh, wait. Hurry thing before you. He posts a link to Good Citizen here. Oh, yeah.
Hello, everybody. Emo Howling Wolf here. And I'm fucking pissed. That's right.
There we go.
And if I knew where this cunt was,
So that's the rant that he did on Regan, which is excellent. I do encourage you go there. Hello, the Red Baron. Yeah, she's around. She always watches. She's watching. She just stays in the background. So you can say whatever you want to about Regan Benson. She'll get it. So hello, supposedly free. Regan Benson's hiding under a bush. Yeah, and so is her wife. So, all right, guys. Talk to you guys later. Hello, Joshua Brad. There's Justin. He is still in here. Thank you very much for your work, man. Appreciate it. Happy Fuck the Cops Day.